Hey there, this is Denise with Modern Priscilla Tarot and Tarot at 12, and this is Pick a Card. Today's question, will I get married? So let us find out what we can see. I'm so glad you're here for this Pick a Card. Don't forget, I do have a playlist with several other Pick a Card questions, so check it out. There might be a question that appeals to you. So today's question, though, is, will I get married? So let's find out. Today, I have the Arcanum Tarot spread out with my clear quartz to open up the energy. And what I am going to do, I am going to live shuffle and set out 4 piles. Each pile will contain 4 tarot cards. Then I will invite you to select your pile. Now, I will put timestamps in so that you can fast forward and jump around as you need to. All right, so let's focus here. Will I get married? Will I get married? Okay, so let us find out. What is that? There we go. Let's find out. Okay, pile number 1. Number 2, number 3, and number 4. So again, we are going to have 4 cards in each pile. If numbers mean something to you, the number 1 is typically for new beginnings and opportunity. The number 2 is typically for balance and partnership. The number 3 is usually for creativity and social interactions. And the number 4 is about structure and stability. If numbers do not mean anything to you, then please just disregard that information. All right, let me straighten these out. And I see we've got quite a glare going there. So let me see if I can fix that. Yeah, it's a little better, huh? These cards are beautiful, but they're very shiny. Very high gloss cards. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let me move that a bit more. Yeah, I guess I can't really do much about that. So we'll just leave it. Alrighty, guys. These are your 4 piles. Again, you can pause the video if you need to for more time. But what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to ask you to clear your mind. Focus on the question, will I get married? And see where your attention is drawn. Pile number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. Select your pile, and let's get started. Alrighty, let's see what you've got. Pile number 1. Now the question, will I get married? Alrighty, so this is our overseeing energy. This is the energy of the spread. The Knight of Wands energy is all about energy and passion. This is all about getting things going, getting things done. So it's really about getting in there, taking charge, and making things happen. So that's pretty good for an overseer. Now, our overseeing energy will apply to the rest of the spread. So let us see what we've got. Here we have the moon. Now the moon is about a little bit of mystery, which is clearly what's going on, because you're asking the question, first of all, will I get married? But we're also kind of looking into, the future events and seeing what the energy looks like and what is most probable. So that is a little bit of a mystery. But I would like to point out the moon card, while it is a mystery. Notice that the moon is directing this, through there, pulling you through the dangers of the crab and the barking dogs and these cliffs and things like that. So while it's a mystery, it's kind of a guided mystery. So you need to have faith that this is pulling you forward as you need to go. And it seems to be pulling you through pretty quickly. Remember, our overarching energy is going to apply to these cards here, so the rest of the spread. Now here we have our Seven of Pentacles. This is about patience, my least favorite thing, patience. Now that's obviously something that we all might struggle with in life. But in this sense, with this question, will I get married? That patience is worth it. You would hate to get into a relationship and move to marriage before it's really the right time. You have to build that relationship. Also, you wouldn't want to rush into something and not, here's our rushing card. You wouldn't want to rush into something and have it be, just for the sake of getting married and then find out it's just like a bad mistake. So this is about taking your time and making sure that this is the right person. Now here we have the wheel. The Wheel of Fortune is all about kind of the completion of a cycle. What does that sound like? Completion of a cycle means getting to the point where the next level is happening. The next level is getting married. So yes, so this spread is saying to me, yes, you will get married. There might be a little bit of a wait. I don't know if you're seeing somebody now that might be your candidate for marriage, but and if you haven't met this person, our night runs in quickly. So what this tells me is once you are, have decided that this person is somebody you are thinking about marrying, it might be pretty quick that you guys have that connection. If you're with somebody, you might have already developed that connection and you're feeling like, things are great. So what's going on? Well, this is what's going on. You do have to make sure and build that foundation. Make sure that you have strengthened your bond. If you haven't met yet, that's obviously going to take a little longer than if you are already together. But it is so important. So yes, here's the wheel saying you will get married. I think this is something you're going to realize with this person pretty quickly. But remember to build that foundation. All right, pile one looks good. Your answer is a yes. Pile number two. Let's see what you've got. Pile number two. Oops, there we go. And there we go. All righty, so our overseeing energy is the Tower. Now, this overseeing energy will apply to the rest of our spread. The Tower is all about change. It's all about kind of reevaluating things and moving on. Now, the Tower card often looks pretty ominous, like, oh my goodness, destruction and all these things. But what it's really saying is it's a change of consequence. Clearly, fire and lightning would be a big deal, right? So remember, the cards are about imagery, and this is saying that a change is coming. This is a change of significance in your life. It is a major arcana, which means it is also a strong theme. So therefore, the changes are coming. The question again is, will I get married? So let's see how those changes apply to our spread. Now we have the Page of Cups here first. And the Page of Cups is all about new information, new messages. Cups is the suit of love and emotions. So this is a great indication that something would be coming toward you. Now that change, remember that change is going to apply. So these are the things that are going to be happening or that need to be recognized as this change is occurring. So yes, there is a message coming in. Our Page of Cups is not a big person who likes a lot of change. So this person might kind of be going a little slowly. This is somebody who is kind of contemplative, tends to be something of an introvert, is kind of always looking for creative opportunities. Great for a marriage proposal, something exciting, something a little bit creative, right? So that's good. And the thing that the tarot is trying to make sure and kind of advise you on is this person might move a little slowly, but the change is coming. Now here, the Judgment card, this is about resurrection. This is about kind of a rebirth. I think this is really going to catapult your relationship into a new realm, which makes sense. That's kind of obvious. You know, if you're going into a marriage, then clearly that's a new realm. But I think once the realization from your Page of Cups person, once that is, you know, revealed, it's just going to change things immediately. And I think it's going to go pretty quickly. So once this person is feeling and giving you signs that this is coming, be ready and calm, perhaps, for something kind of creative, romantic. At that point, things are going to take off. The change, remember the change. And it looks like, you know, through your strength. Now, whatever this might mean, do you have family issues that you need to be strong about? Do you have planning issues? You know, planning a wedding's a lot to do. Are you going to move to be together? Where's your home? That kind of a thing. So again, it's all about that big change. So what this is saying is, yes, you will get married. And I think, you know, obviously, if you've already met this person, you're a step ahead. If you have not met this person, be watching for somebody that's a little bit more quiet, a little bit more of an introvert, but that's a, you know, a person too, who at the same time is probably going to be very romantic, very creative. And again, somebody who is a little bit on the quiet side. And once that person and you have made that connection and made that soul kind of realization that you are meant to be together, I think that's when things are going to take off. You might have to wait a tiny bit because he's a little slow. But then again, you're going to be asked to either do a lot of the planning or perhaps deal with family issues or logistics issues about where you're going to be living. I think you're going to be the driving force. You are going to be probably the dominant decision maker. Does that make sense? So yes, pile 2, it looks like, yes, you will get married. Be on the lookout for this one if you're not with somebody. Pile number 3. All right, pile 3, let's see what you have. Alrighty, our overseeing energy for the spread is the 5 of Cups. Now, this will apply to the rest of our spread, and it's sort of like I said, the overarching or the overseeing energy. This is the 5 of Cups, and this is kind of about being disappointed. Now, hold on, that doesn't necessarily mean a no, but what this means is there is some disappointment going on in your life, in your mind. This is about focusing on what you don't have instead of focusing on what you do have. So at this point, you might want to ask yourself, are you thinking about the one that got away? Are you thinking about trying to rekindle that with somebody? Are you feeling kind of stuck about branching out and moving forward? If you're with somebody, this would be focusing on the things that are not working or not moving. Now, you do have to identify those and pay attention to those to resolve those kinds of things, of course. But don't forget to look at what is working. And that would be if you are with somebody. Now, if you're seeking somebody, this again implies to me that you might be too focused on what you've lost in the past. Yeah. So anyway, we have our Chariot here. We're going to see how this energy applies to each card. The Chariot, this is about, wanting to make progress. This is about moving forward. This is about making that journey by pulling together 2 opposite energies and harnessing those and moving forward at the same speed. So if you are too focused on what has been lost in X, maybe a connection that you felt that you had with somebody and then it's not going, this would mean traveling in the wrong direction. If you are with somebody and you need to get back on track, look at the 2 cups there that are still full. Stop looking at these. Because if you look at these only, you're going to have more of these. You're going to take off with that. You're going to find more. You're going to, be obsessed with more. You're going to find more. Chariot is telling that. Here we've got our Nine of Wands. Now that Nine of Wands is telling us that you should not give up. Do not give up. I feel like, here you might be struggling, thinking you might not find anybody, or you're not going to end up getting back together with that person who's on your mind. Or if you're in a relationship that your issues can't be fixed. It's almost like Debbie Downer syndrome here. Debbie Downer. We've got the Hierophant here. Now the Hierophant is all about truth and seeing the light, making things work, kind of about tradition and ritual, wedding ceremony. So again, I think that you need to readjust your mindset, whether you are so focused on somebody in the past that you can't see what's in front of you in the future. While you're looking, know that if you're walking around feeling Debbie Downer, that's not very appealing to a lot of people, so you're going to be almost blocking off this person from coming into your life. If you're with somebody or whether it's dating or in a relationship, again, that's not going to create movement. This Chariot isn't going to go anywhere. In fact, the only way it's going to go is to make you find more reasons to be upset and defensive. So this is really good advice for you of kind of how to change your mindset about things. The tarot has given you some information about whether you're single or in a relationship. The same thing does apply. However, here at the end, that's where we've got some of the good news about the tradition, the ritual. It is coming there. You're blocking yourself off from it. And again, this applies even if you're not with somebody. If you're going out there with an invisible shield of life sucks, the shield you're wearing is, I'm so sad and nothing's going to go right. Well, you're right. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Does that make sense? Now, I want to ask an endgame card about if you kind of readjust some thinking there, what's going to happen? I know we've got the marriage card right here. That would be a marriage, but I'm not seeing anything in between here. So I want to see what's going on there. I'm going to pull the bottom of the deck. All right. You're holding something too tight. I think that you are holding on to this. You are holding on. That's a follow-up. This is continuation of this. We want to know how to get there. Oh, stealing it. You're still fighting with this. Let's go one more. Let's see what we've got. There's our happiness. Okay, so what this is saying, again, these are the endgame cards. We're going to move those down there just so that we can kind of play it out here. The ritual, the marriage is here. This is our marriage, okay? So here, these are the things we need to work on. Remember, this is our overseeing energy. And let's look at these two first. We've got the Four of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. So 4 and a 5, they are different suits, but this is all about finding structure. This is all about having enough, this 5 and the 6, and communication, cooperation, making a commitment. This is what you need to do. You need to make that commitment to somebody else. You need to turn off your Debbie Downer tendency. And once you make a commitment to yourself, even that, yes, I'm going to give this a chance. Open up your arms. Stop holding your pentacles like this person. You see that? And let it go. Make a commitment. And oh, I put it upside down. And boom, there's your happiness. There's the 10 of Pentacles. There's where you get to the end of the journey. This is health, wealth, financial well-being, happy family. This is completion. This is success. Here's your marriage. So yes, you will get married, but you do have some inner work to do. You might unintentionally be keeping this away from you, which applies to in a relationship or not in a relationship. It applies both ways. Again, get out of your own way. You are in your own way. You are putting up a roadblock. However, remember, this is your ending of the story. That happiness, there's your marriage, and all that is coming together. This is really on you and how you change your thinking. Ooh, All right. Good luck. Pile 3, the answer is a yes, but you just have to do that work. Pile number 4. Let's see what you have, pile 4. This is going to be our overseeing energy, and this is our spread. Now, overseeing energy is the overarching energy that applies to the whole spread. So we're going to talk about this one first, and then we're going to see how it plays out with our other cards. The devil. Now, don't be afraid of the devil. The devil card always looks like, and the name the devil, it sounds like, oh no. Well, the devil card is kind of about, it can be about temptation, having a lot of excess, like addiction or greed, just being, money hungry and focused on the material things. But it also is about freeing yourself from something that binds you. Look at these people on the front or on the end of the stairs here. They're sitting there beholden to the devil, but get up and walk away, man. That's all they have to do. Get up and walk away. So, it's about feeling trapped and stuck by something, but you could literally leave if you just change your thinking. So that's what is going to apply. Now, how interesting. What did I just say? If you just change your thinking, the first card in the spread is the Hanged Man, which is about looking at things in a new direction, taking a different look at things and turning that around, moving forward on a different plan. What this is telling me just right off the bat, because again, the overseeing card applies. They're telling me the same thing. You need to change up what you are doing. Being hyper-focused on getting that marriage together is pretty much only keeping you stuck not being married. Because what are you thinking about? Think about it now. Will I get married? If you're overthinking it, saying, oh, I'm not married right now, or oh, I wish I were married, or oh, I'm never going to get married, or you're bringing more of that to you. You are stuck in that loop of I'm never going to get it. So guess what you get from the universe? You are never going to get it. Do you see? It's like 1 + 1 = 2. And these are both saying that you have to change your thinking and expect that you will get married. This applies whether you're in a relationship or you are not in a relationship. If you haven't met this person, perhaps, or if you're kind of in a relationship that you're ready to take to the next level, stop thinking that you're not going to have it. That's right there, very clear. It's also saying you might need to change up what you're doing. If you're dating and you're looking out, you're keeping yourself single is what this is saying. You're keeping yourself single. Change it up. Work a little differently. That's what our 8 of Pentacles is saying. I mean, look at this guy. He's literally working on things. So here's your new perspective. You're working on things. Remember, our devil is going to apply here as well. You are trying to escape your thinking, which is sometimes hard because we have been doing it for so long. It's almost like a automatic reaction sometimes. And it's hard to realize what we're thinking when we don't realize we're even thinking it, right? So we need to pay attention to our thoughts. I mean, this is super clear. And then here's your opportunity. The Ace of Wands, that's the opportunity for growth. This involves effort. Where's the effort? Seeing it differently, paying attention to your thoughts, and then letting yourself break free, making that effort. Right, there's your effort, right? Well, this is effort too. Seeing it differently, paying attention to your thoughts, and then here that new opportunity is going to produce itself. However, if you are still looped into this kind of thinking, this new opportunity is going bye-bye. But if you are doing this and this, then your new opportunity is sitting right there. So this is really about advice for you, that if you want this to happen, if you want that marriage to happen, you need to get into the mode of expecting that you will get married, being excited. Now, if you're dating and you're just not meeting the one, or you have somebody that you have your heart set on and nothing's moving, well, that's when you need to be patient. You need to stop being the doomsdayer. You need to stop being so focused on that. If it's not happening for whatever reason, and you've done everything that you can to be a good partner and a good person and, relate to this person or whatever, and it's still not happening, well, then guess what? You might be with the wrong person. You might be focusing your energy on the wrong person. The right person will be the right person no matter what's happening. The right person will always rise to the surface. Do you see? So you need to get out of your own way. You need to change your thinking. And then here's your opportunity. So yes, pile 4, you will get married. But here's your advice. This is very, very clear. This is, if you get rid of this, you get rid of all of this, and you pay attention to your thoughts, you get rid of all that, and you are successful doing that, here's the opportunity. The opportunity will present itself. Yes. All right, pile 4, that sounds great. Good luck. All right, my friends, I'd like to remind you to please hit subscribe. I'd love to have you be part of the family. Hit that bell for notifications for more videos like these. And I want to thank you for watching this pick a card. I hope it was helpful. And don't forget, I have my daily live stream at 12 p.m. Central Time. Tarot at 12 comes on, where I do free tarot readings for you. Thank you so much for watching this pick a card.